Well, the theory view of system thinking starts with our society, with the real world, as to say, with trees, with humans, with cars, maybe with complex equipment for semiconductor industry. And what we're trying to do, we have two elements in system thinking. We have the analysis and we have the synthesis. In the analysis, we try to build an abstraction layer of the real world. We create models. Can be very simple models, but can also be very complex models. And what we see a trend is that these complex models, they are created by teams with people from different disciplines. So that these are interdisciplinary teams. These teams create these complex models, and from these complex models, we as engineers at this university synthesize new systems. A nice example, of course, of system thinking are our student teams. For example, Stella is a very nice example where students from all the departments work together. They analyze the real world. So they analyze what the limitations are of existing cars, electric cars. And they came up with a completely new concept. An electric car that can create its own energy and can even create so much energy that it can deliver again energy to the grid. And that's a nice example that we should try to embed in our future educational model at this university. So in our study group we had of course a discussion about how can we change the university in order to get this system thinking atmosphere in our genes, for students and also our employees. For education, we believe it's very important to include a learning line on system thinking, where you have a hands-on experience already in the bachelor, working on case studies, starting with your own discipline, but later on when you're in the second or third year of your bachelor, to have interdisciplinary projects. Very nice examples of this are of course the innovation space and the Eindhoven engine, where we provide facilities to accommodate system thinking. Next to education, of course, it's very important that we provide our scientific staff also with facilities where they can also work in interdisciplinary teams and use this system thinking concept. And we believe it's very important to create joint lab facilities at this university where the groups from various departments can work together. Of course, there are a lot of aspects very relevant for system thinking. For example, stakeholders, levels of aggregation. But one of the things is what we call the M-shaped engineer. The M-shaped engineer is an engineer with deep knowledge in one discipline, but also knowledge in one or maybe two other disciplines. And these M-shaped engineers are really important in order to facilitate interdisciplinary work. As a next step, it's very important that we define exactly the M-shaped engineer of the future. How can we change our educational system? Another question is, how can we reorganize ourselves to create the joint labs that we need? What about financials? What about the organization? I would like to invite you all to share your view on this and to help us defining the next step.